Basketball fans, welcome back. So the Brooklyn Nets lost 6 superstars after making terrible trades and decisions. So the Brooklyn Nets have lost 6 superstars to the poor trades and poor decision making in the last decade. So let's just talk about this. So the Brooklyn Nets have been trying to establish themselves and trying to redefine the New York basketball era, but unfortunately, they keep getting overshadowed by the New York Knicks in popularity. This is despite the Nets having more success over the 2000s, finals appearance in 2002 and 2003 under their belt. But the decisions they made in the 2010s have actively hurt their progression. So through multiple ownership changes and certain GM decisions, the Nets have given up some best assets in basketball for very little return. So this became evident in the 2025 All-Star game, as the winning team of the OGs had 6 out of their 8 players closely linked to the Brooklyn Nets. So this was sad because Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown were former Nets draft picks who the franchise traded away before getting the chance to use them, while James Harden, Kyrie, and KD were teammates who had gotten chance to play the Brooklyn Nets, but they left through trade. And that's just about it. So the draft picks, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown. So the first deal here took place in August of 2012, where the then New Jersey Nets traded away Mehmet Okur, Sean Williams, and the 2012 first-round pick for the services of Gerald Wallace to the Portland Trail Blazers. So that pick will be flipped into Damian Lillard, who was drafted 6th overall in the 2012 NBA draft, and who will go on to set the Blazers franchise scoring record and become a legend. So Damian Lillard is one of the standout point guards of this generation, averaging 25 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 6.8 assists over his career, while being named in 9 All-Star games. The Nets didn't even know that they could have had this guy in this deal, but they decided to trade him away, and it was just a sad situation. And not only that, this will repeat itself in arguably in the worst trade in itself in the modern day history, because in July of 2013, the Nets decided to trade Joe Wallace, Chris Humphries, Keith Borgans, Marshawn Brooks, Chris Joseph, and a 2014 first-round pick, and a 2016 first-round pick, and a 2018 first-round pick, and a 2017 first-round pick to swap to the Boston Celtics for Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Jason Terry, and DJ White. So Pierce and Garnett were way past their primes and never led the Nets to anything resembling championship success. So meanwhile, the 2016 first-round pick wound out to be the reigning Finals MVP Jaylen Brown, and the 2017 first-round pick swap led to the Celtics landing Jason Tatum. So the Celtics did that pick swap they traded down to the 3rd pick instead of having the 1st pick with the Philadelphia 76ers, subsequently landing Jason Tatum. So Tatum went on to become a perennial MVP candidate, while Brown went on to become a perennial All-Star and the winner of the Finals MVP of the Celtics title run last year. So based on the picks, the Nets sent them in a failed trade. So losing Lillard, Tatum, and Brown in all these trades within the span of one season is shocking. It will be mocked forever if the team wouldn't show signs of life through a potential title contender in 2019. So you could see this clusterfuck that we've just seen here was not even close to what we saw happen in 2019 and also 2021. So this was crazy because the Nets will have been able to have a very good rebuild, but even that there's a 2nd round pick that I almost missed out on even covering this video. There's a 2nd round pick to trade Trey Murphy to the Warriors that became Draymond Green. So if incompetence were a statistic, Billy King, who's the guy who orchestrated all these deals, would be the GOAT. So the players that were moved on from. So in 2019, that was when the Brooklyn Nets did their grand slam offseason. They cleared enough cap space to bring in Kevin Durant and Kyrie. So the Nets sins of the 2010s seemed to be immaterial in the summer of 2019, where they got both Kyrie and KD to sign as free agents to lead a core group of players who just made the NBA playoffs to championship glory. Both KD and Irving missed most of the 2019-2020 season due to injury, with the team changing dramatically at the start of the next season, the acquisition of James Harden. So the Nets embraced an aggressive win-now timeline, which saw multiple core rotation players be moved to accommodate KD, Kyrie, and Harden. So, however, injuries led to a disastrous 2021 playoff run where they lost in the second round before the pandemic mandate led to Kyrie sitting out most of the 2021-2022 season. So, the whole situation with Kyrie not being vaccinated really set the team back. And Harden will demand a trade after being being moved to the Philadelphia 76ers for picks, and Ben Simmons was got in the end of the deal, and Ben Simmons was the new net. So with Simmons being bought out of his contract this winter by the Nets, Irving will be traded a year later in February 2023 to the Dallas Mavericks for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and a first-round pick. So this was crazy. So Durant got them a fantastic value in return, and he was dealt primarily for Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and 5 first-round picks to the Phoenix Suns. This allowed them to undo their Harden trade and then reacquire crucial picks from the Houston Rockets, and then flip Mikal Bridges to the Knicks for 6 first-round picks. So the Irving and Harden trades didn't materialize in core future assets, but the Durant trade has set them up for years to come. Hopefully, they can actually use the picks to rebuild their franchise instead of watching elite talent they could have had in their possession being utilized somewhere else. So the Nets are a total failure, and I can say they are a flop of the century. And them, not having good proper culture and identity, and not understanding that they need to rebuild slowly, was the reason as to why they lost all their stars. Because even in the All-Star game, I saw this graphic where they had Nets players and Nets picks, and it was crazy. So this goes to show you that some organizations are run poorly and they really do not care, and some organizations are run first class. Because if you look at what is going on there with the OKC Thunder, that is how to properly rebuild a team. And if you look at how the Cleveland Cavaliers are doing it, that's how you do it. But the Nets really were desperate to win now, mortgaging their future, and it really subsequently led them to 0 championships, despite having all that star power. Because Kyrie is a champion, KD is a champion, and Damian Lillard, he's currently now with the Milwaukee Bucks. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, the Jays, are both champions with the Celtics. So thanks to the Brooklyn Nets picks, and they would have had all this if they weren't as gullible and as stupid and incompetent at the same time. So it is what it is. So do drop me your comments down in the comment section down below what you think about this. This has been crazy. I really don't understand why some organizations will move like this, because you would expect some people to operate with some sort of brain and be professional, but they make the dumbest decisions ever. So like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.